So I didn't even realize, folks, that I had run out of memory chip when that video cut out, and I was still blabbing and having some amazing discoveries. I just solved all bubblegum to the glory of the Trinity, and there is your official painting for the glory of God. It points to Father perfectly, where you have, it's so cool, you have 4 plus 2's over 2 plus 1's in blue, and then 3 letters that divide by 3, which is flawlessly parallel with Father, God the Father, the name above all names, okay? And it equals the same digits as Father, and this is the best part, the letters and strokes both divide by 3 just like it is in Father, okay? So bubblegum has now been solved once and for all time for the glory of God the Father and the Trinity at large, and here is the date and time as always, whenever convenient to capture, because this is history, historic stuff here. And we just came off of solving chiclets. I had that word come to me. I believe it's the Spirit, absolutely. God is sovereign. And chiclets were one of the original bubble. And then we solved the root of chiclets, which is chiclo for the Father. And then the video cut out when I was looking through the history here on this. And then, so bubble gum is, this is the classic. Of course. Let's not kid ourselves. Probably one of the classic pictures of bubblegum is a blonde girl blowing bubblegum. Let's see here. So this is official now. Bubblegum equals, so just so I can write this out for all the watching folks, for all future generations. Father God. So Father equals 58 in 6 letters, 18 strokes. Okay. Well, bubblegum equals 85, same offset, plus 1 for the Trinity, okay, but they use the same digits, which I want to point out, in exactly 9 letters and 24 strokes. Okay, very perfect in the Trinity glorification experience. You will notice that 6 is exactly 2/3 the value of 9, and 18 is exactly 2/3 the value of 24. Okay. And 58, of course, is the same digits as 85. Okay, so 6 letters, 9 letters, 18 strokes, 24 strokes. Flawless in its overall design for the Trinity. Okay. Father is pointed to by bubblegum. Because he ordained bubblegum. Wow, the Trinity is maximally glorified. So, and then you point out how it works. 3 plus 2's in Father, which is 2 on top of the 1 plus 1. That is flawless. And I already painted it down here with bubblegum. Now I painted this blue, so I should keep that consistent. And then the letters that divide by 3. So you just added 1 letter in each category to make bubblegum what it is. But look, and then the symmetry of bubble on top of gum is flawless because the plus 2's in bubble are symmetrical like the plus 1's in gum. And then the 3 letters that divide by 3 make this perfect triangle. Bubblegum. Solved for the Father. And the Trinity in total. So I'm very excited that we've solved bubblegum. There it is. A lot of happiness, a lot of friends, a lot of fun, a lot of laughs, a lot of joy. And as a result of all that love, people get married, and they have new babies, and eternal souls get created, and then God is all sovereign over this. Oh, apparently it was created by a guy named Walter, which is Father. Like Walter Disney. Walter E. Dimer. So wait a sec. This is Fleer plus 1. Double bubble. Oh man. Oh boy. His last name equals love. You gotta be kidding me. Dimer equals love. 6 letters and 18 strokes. The Fleer Chewing Gum Company. I must say, double bubble is a Father Christ combo. It yields 90 flawlessly. Double bubble. Yeah, exactly. Chewing gum has really fallen. But there you go. Bubblegum. Alright, that was fun. And so he was the inventor of bubblegum. Pretty glaring though. Walter, his father, parallels father and pioneer. Fleer. Cool. He was a Catholic man. Lived 94 years. Even food coma. Double bubble. The original gum. Wow. Sold a penny a piece. Wow. Cool. Fleer. The original company Fleer. Well, Fleer is screaming out father, is it not? It's +1 and it contains many of the same letters. Ends in ER, has an F in. The Fleer Corporation. Pioneers. First company to successfully manufacture bubblegum. It's now defunct, eh? Wow. Blibber blubber. Even that was +1. Cool. How did it die? Who knows? Good old double bubble. Okay, that's enough there. Everything in moderation. Well, there you go. I'm proud to have solved bubblegum with a little history behind it. There you go. And then watch this. I'm going to solve a gumball machine right now. I feel that word just came to me. This is so cool. This is so cool. How it yields +1 for father. It's father plus 63. 42 plus 21. Gumball machine. Yep. And we solved the gumball machine. I would put the word "the" in front. So cool. The gumball machine has now been solved. That's disturbingly obvious. Cool. Make it a bubble gum ball. Oh boy, we're solving candy. Bubblegum ball equals love father. That's pretty glaring. It's a bubblegum ball. Done. I remember when Jawbreaker. Remember Jawbreaker? Well, Jawbreaker is a father plus 36. Lovely offset. Very, very obvious. And Jawbreaker was one of the biggest candies in the store. Okay. And folks, these were things that made you laugh as a kid. Like, this was joy, man, when you went to the candy store. And by the way, the candy store is +1 for father. Okay. And when my niece and nephew come over, they're like 5 and 7 years old. Their favorite thing to do is go to the candy store with father, grandfather, or uncle. But the famous phrase, the candy store, is a gorgeous father offset. In fact, candy store, without the word the, equals father plus 66 equals happy father. Happy father equals candy store. Isn't that amazing? Happy father equals candy store. And Jawbreaker was one of the kings of candies. Like, it was just so big. If you do a search for Jawbreaker, I'm uploading videos, so it's going to take its sweet little time, but that's fine. Just Jawbreaker. But candy store. The candy store. What else will we find if we poke around candy store? I always like checking the center. Always like checking the center. What's in the center of this guy? There's your... What will we find here? There it is. That's the glory I was looking for. On the end is father. The end of the word store is father. So father gets the last word. Sometimes the kids will say when they come here, can we go to the store today? Can we go to the store? Well, father gets the last word on this one, folks. You heard it here first. Father gets the last word on every store in the entire universe. The candy store equals happy father. Okay? So there you go. The candy store. You have to go back to your childhood when you were perfectly innocent and unwounded. And you need to remember how happy you were and be like, I'm going to the candy store. Together with God the Father. Okay, so just for fun, I wanted to relive how big Jawbreakers were. And they really were one of the... oh, no, you got to be careful when you do web searches these days, because now there's all sorts of... Jawbreaker candy is what I should have searched for. But they really were a mother of candies. Like, they were probably one of the biggest candies in the store. The giant Jawbreaker. As a kid, this was like... Anywho, everything in moderation. There's nothing wrong with a little fun, little sugar happy episode. But I'm here to point out the math on Jawbreaker. That it flawlessly points to, oh yeah, Wonka is father. Well, 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 look who just stepped up to bat. Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory. Wonka is perfect for father, and I never knew how to solve it until I got the father revelation. And so look at father and Wonka. It's too simple. You got 3 plus 2's in each word, a single plus 1, which is A, and the rest of the letters divided by 3. Now this is so cool. Wonka. And Wonka is a king pioneering brand in candy. So, in fact, it's beautiful. Offset of 6. It's 64. Father plus 6. So the Trinity's mass is flawlessly glorified. Oh man, this is just giving it to me. Look at more similarities in Wonka. Look, the bookends of Wonka equal the bookends of Father, 24, 24. And we've seen that everywhere. Now you just differ like an N, an E, and a K. You just go in order here. An E and a K differs by exactly 6 points. And then an H and an N also differs by 6 points. In both cases, the top team is 6 less. Let's put this in green, whatever. And then an AT is 21, is 6 points higher than an O. I just solved Wonka for father. It's Willy Wonka, class. Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory has just been solved for the glory of God the Father. Wonka. No, not fuzzy. Wonka. The candy company has been solved in the name of God the Father. There it is. You heard it and saw it here first. Wonka, the everlasting gobstopper. And it's Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory. Like, Wonka Wikipedia, please. The Willy Wonka Candy Company. Wow. British, no less. Now, Pay attention to things that are British, because that's where the English language has its roots, of course, and we're solving English. So, the Willy Wonka Candy Company has been solved. This is the text, folks, that's on the packages all over the universe. And then R just adds more threes to the party, so it maintains offset. See, the R is actually perfect in this situation for Father, because the R for the copyright, now you have 2 letters that divide by 3, 6 letters in total, just like Father. It's the perfect finish on this grand piece of machinery. So allow me to add the R on the end of Wonka, and now you flawlessly have, well, I was discussing it up here actually. This is so obvious because it was offsets of 6s for the Trinity de facto. The R for copyright is 666. Now you get your second letter that divides by 3, completing the puzzle perfectly for Father in Wonka R. And now Wonka R equals Father plus 24. You just went 666 higher than the 6 you already had. And so it's obvious for the Trinity that God the Father is pointed to by the name Wonka. While the Trinity is maximally glorified. Clap 3 times. It's Willy Wonka, the Chocolate Factory, are now solved in the house. This is so cool. Now, it's really cool because Willy divides by 3, so it maintains offset with Wonka for Father. I'm so excited I could... So this is so cool. So the bookends equal the same thing, 24. And then, this is glaring, the EK differ by 6. The HN differ by 6 in the same direction. And then the AT is 6 points higher than the O in the opposite direction. You're like, it's so perfect, it's painfully obvious. Father Wonka. Oh yeah, that one felt good to get out. Okay, on the table. There we go. The Willy Wonka Candy Company has been solved straight out of the United Kingdom. It was previously owned by Sunmark, which is also +1 Father. It was a British brand. Of course it's British. British is Father, flawless in its design. Is a British brand, so a British brand is also Father. Okay, of candy. Really? Comes from the materials licensed by Roald Dahl. Oh yeah. His last name is... Oh yeah, his children's classic, not Charlie and the Chocolate Factory. And then even the original owner. There you go, Wonka. One story inspired an entire line. Charlie and the Chocolate Factory. Charlie Bucket. And who's the chocolatier? Who's the kingpin, if you will? Chocolatier is +1 for Father, but it's Willy Wonka. It's Willy Wonka. God is sovereign, and Willy Wonka is +1 for Father. Maintaining your 24 bookends because the W at the front. Willy Wonka. Oh my gosh. Alright, we solved Wonka. Well, that was pretty awesome. Roald Dahl ends up dividing by 3. Rolled is Jesus, Father, Dahl is Father, so it's a beautiful result. And he, a great storyteller to children. Which was his most famous books? Oh yeah, James and the Giant Peach. That book was kind of creepy in certain parts. I wasn't as big a fan of that. I think Charlie and the Chocolate Factory is probably more... Yeah, there was some creepy stuff in his stuff. Like, I don't recommend a lot of these books. Like, some of them were actually really creepy and dark. You know, like Charlie and the Chocolate Factory is probably one of the nicer things. Anywho, let's not stray too far from that which has prospered most. Charlie is Christ, and it's offset. Oh yeah, factories. You can get Scuba Gems, Chocolate Factory, +1. Fine. But Wonka is what is around to this day, and then Willy Wonka. Okay. I'm thoroughly pleased with that, so Willy Wonka. Okay, I think we did enough there. And I was really, oh my gosh. The Everlasting Gobstopper is also +1. And these are jawbreakers that change colors and flavors. This was one of my favorite items to get as a kid when we went to the candy store, is Gobstopper, Everlasting Gobstopper. Alright, well, that was cool solving Wonka, because it's still around to this day. And I might as well just solve Gobstopper, because I see that that's +1 too. And I know Everlasting Divide. Oh my gosh, that's glaring. Pretty glaring, 132, and this is 133. And then when you put them together, you maintain your gorgeous father offset. The Everlasting Gods. And there's the word stop at the center of Gobstopper, okay? So, God is sovereign. The word stop is like a kingpin on signage everywhere. Gobstopper. Gobstopper. And that's flanked with a 123, 123 on both ends. So, pretty glaring how sweet the name Gobstopper is. Alright, we hit that one out of the park as always. Okay, so we solved a whole bunch of candies and stuff in this video. Jawbreaker. Alright, fun. Where were we? That was intense. So we solved a bunch of famous candies. We solved bubblegum. Ay caramba, that was quite the expedition. Alrighty. Your favorite candies. Cool.